fabric sings, turning scraps to treasured things. Piece by piece we'll sew it right, bright as day and calm as night. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in quilts so warm. Needles hum a steady beat, every quilt a story sweet. Join the fun, we're here to share, with every stitch a little care. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in quilts so warm. Stitch by stitch the colors bloom, threads of joy in every room. Come and see what love can make, a patchwork dream with every take. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where the threads don't stop, cutting corners full of charm, wrap the world in quilts so warm. Patterns dance, the fabric sings, turning scraps to treasure.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome in. Hello, happy Wednesday. We haven't done one of these in over a month. I'm sorry. You know, life gets in the way. I apologize. We're going to do some catch up today. I've got some binding to put on a customer quilt that I just finished quilting and needed to be done before I left. So it just arrived with Pop on Friday. So just getting on to it. Well, finishing up anyway. So I wasn't sure if she wanted me to bind it or not. So we're going to finish that today. And then I have 2 reading pillows I'd like to make. They're coming down with me so I can mail them from there. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to get some stuff to do. Oh, and then I want to do the strap for my fishy backpack. So I can strap it to me. Hello, Miss Catherine. Hello, Kelly Quilt. Hello, just crafting around. Love the wave. Wave. Cheers with you with my mug. That's me. And that's where I hang out. And clearly you too, because you're here. And we got the star of the show. She's looking for it. She knows. Hold on. Where? First, let me find the bag before I get her all excited. It doesn't take much. Boom, boom. There she is, the star of the show, Sophie Lofi. Just give me the treats, Mom. Just give me the treats. Just give me what's in the bag. Well, good morning to you there, Miss Kelly, and everyone else. Getting up early. It's 11 o'clock for us, so been up and doing the things and getting some stuff done. What did everybody else do on the weekend? I know, she's just the cutest. Yeah, actually, it's kind of nice out yesterday and the day before and today are quite nice. Here we go. There's the outside. We've had a couple of little family of 2 geeseys hanging around there, and I think they might have made their little nest just away from the pond. So it looks quite nice. So There we go. So yeah, let's move this off to the side. Those are for the pillows. And let's get working on the binding. Let's get the big project off and out of the way. So I'm hoping I don't knock things off because you know how it goes. Hello, Miss Tracy Provis. Knock things off the desk because of, you know, sometimes when you're flipping and flopping with binding, trying to put it on a big project. So yeah. So and to kind of contain my binding, I just kind of flop it around a little 4-inch ruler and you got it right there, so it's easier when you're just trying to load it up as you're sewing around the first time. So I'm going to sew this onto the back first and then onto the front. That is the plan. Are you excited, Miss Tracy? I've just started to get my stuff together. More stuff like from here. I just didn't want to forget anything from the shop, so. All right, let's get started. I didn't take any video of this. Oh, I look blurry. I look blurry? Is it good for the wrinkles? Should I leave me that way? Oh. I feel like I look a little blurry. You tell me. You tell me. Okay, is this the longs? I'm one of the longs. You want to kind of go on one of the longs side parts, not the top and the bottom. I feel like I'm a little blurry. I feel like I should change that. Hold on, let's put you up top for a moment. Let's see if I can fix the clarity of the camera. Hold on. Maybe. Let's try it. There you go. Much better. As much as the other way was really great for my wrinkles, but a little blurry is blurry. So, and then you can't see my shirt where I'm off to cause a kerfuffle. Who wants to come? Cause a kerfuffle. It's 7:04. Oh my goodness. All right, somebody wake Miss Allison up. Who's going to be the one? Soon we'll all be on the same time. All right, hold on. I got fluff. When fluff gets in your eye, dun, 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 when fluff gets in your eyes. I know that's not the song, but it works right now. But yeah, it's really nice outside. Check it out. And you can see all the grass is growing. We got birds on the pond. It's been pretty. It's been a lovely. I should load a bobbin. Let's go here. Alright, let's try and do this in matching pink thread. So let me just go to, hey Sherlock Sills, how you doing? Maybe when I tried to focus it before, if you don't have somebody in front of the camera for it to focus on, it always looks a little blurry. So most times it's already set to go because on a Saturday because, you know, I popped in front or dad Kent just popped in front and I focused it on him, right? So let me go and find matching pink thread for this out of my thread collage. Because I'd really like it to match as close as possible. So, you chill outside for a moment. Let's see if I can find at least a close enough match. Or something that will at least do the trick. That's that's pretty darn close. A little on the darker, but I think it'll be all right. Let's see if I have anything else. Look at you. You're really dark. I think you are the winner. You are the winner of the chicken dinner of being the thread selected for this project. Lucky you. Oh, hey, what about you? What about you? Ooh, I don't know. Let chat decide. Let's let chat decide. Laura Lynn, your shirt is kind of like some charts from Monochrome Stitch art on Etsy. Guinea pigs doing yoga. Marcus got me these for Christmas. There's a few of them. There's this one. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, it's got a bear on it. It's super cute. Darn it. I can't remember. Here. What do you guys think? Thread A or thread B for this fabric to stitch on the binding? Thread A or B? Oh, my flabbers have been gasted. That's the other one. That's with the bear on it. My flabbers have been gasted. You know, like, my flabbergasted. A? Kelly says A. What does everybody say? Kelly says A. What does everybody say? You can tell I'm a little nervous. B. Catherine says B. All right, duke it out, people in the chat. Come on. Duke it out. What do you say, Tracy Provis? What about Sherlock shows? Hold on. The one on the right. Oh, okay, so B. Okay, so both of you say B. Who else was in here? Just Crafted. Oh, hello, Miss Polly. Hi, wow, what a surprise. We were trying to, it's actually a little late. We're like a day late and $1 short. Actually, more like a week late. But, yeah, I should have been doing this last Wednesday and totally forgot because Pop was away and I was just like cruising along doing my own thing, you know, working in the sweatshop. So, totally forgot. So, I'm like, oh, we better do this before I go away for like 2.5 weeks. So, you know. Yeah, so we're picking thread for Joanne's quilt. We're putting the binding on. Joanne, the one you know. We've broke bread together. So what do you say? Everybody's saying B so far. But this was A or B for the thread to put this binding on. That's the binding. So I just thought I'd take a little clip over. B is the winner. And I do have your quilt. Actually, no, I because I forgot about doing this today, I'm mailing it tomorrow morning. So I'm sorry. But I will mail it out tomorrow. Okay. No, you're not in trouble. We were just picking a thread. Okay, B. Everybody seems to be B so far. Okay. I'm glad I spotted that last. Okay. All right. B, it seems to be. To be or not to be? It is the B. All right. So here I've got my binding all rolled up nice and snug as a bug. And thank you. Awesome. It seems like... Oh, no, I'll get it mailed out. And then this is Joanne's quilt that she made for her daughter. It's so pretty. Yeah, this is the back. Here's the front. It's got fleurs on it. But it looks like a whole, like, a stitch out. Got fluffs there. Like a whole cloth stitch out on the back, doesn't it, Catherine? It looks so pretty. One of my favorites about having like a solid as your background. And then I asked her, because we had a border to play with here, asked her if I can put a little something in here special to kind of frame out the whole work of the inside and outside. So it's quite a cute little stitch out. I'll show you as we're going around, but we're going to load some a bobbin thread right now. Plus no, don't be seam ripping. Uh-oh. What are you ripping apart? What are you ripping apart? Please don't say it's my heart. Da, 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 da. I'm just gonna load a bobbin. Oh, little Miss Muffet just got comfy. Oh, she's worked so hard on this, Catherine. You have no idea. When I first went to Ontario with Pop in October of 23, because it was exactly 6 months after the whole incident about, you know, almost kicking the bucket on the operating table. So I wanted to go and obviously spend more time with them as much as we could, right? You know, we both wanted to. So she had this project in like the background of her, like for her mom, that her mom had started but never finished, for I believe for her daughter. So she wanted to finish it, but it was nothing was exact. So we had to like take measurements, and then adding seam allowance. I took blocks apart to see if we could get propers, but there was too many wacky variables because at the time there was no precise rulers or anything to use. It was just, you know, you had a good sharp pair of scissors, right? So I'm busy sewing things upside. Oh no, I have done that. I feel you, girl. It is quite large, Kelly. You are not mistaken there. She's a big one, baby. She's a big one. 90 something by 75, I think she ended up being in the end. I will show it once I get the first binding on. So, okay, all right. It's such a pretty color too. Like, it's such a nice, bright and vibrant and lovely, lovely color. So, hello there, Linda Lindsay. What are you doing today? I have a kit to fix today. Oh, I have a kilt to fix today. A hobby's waist is not as low as it used to be. I have a kilt too. Marcus does as well, but we got his when he was like 8 years old, so there's no way it's fitting him. Maybe a thigh, but it's not fitting his waist. But yeah, I still have mine, and there's probably I'd have to probably lose about 20 pounds before I could fit back into it. And that's from 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. We were there for like 3.5 years, so. I mean, living in the UK, I meant. So, yeah, and we got it when we went up to Scotland, because we researched our family names, the history names, parents, grandparents. Oh, here, let's put you on here. So what I'm doing is sewing it onto the back first, and I'm just using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, which to me is this little spot on my foot where the clear plastic and the metal just kind of meet right there. So if I just keep lining up this edge, as long as it's the clean edge cut of the quilt and then the clean edge of the binding, and we sew those together, and then we'll be able to flip and sew to the front. Okay. And the thread I used on this was a linen. It was a very pretty linen. I did give her probably about 10 choices because of the lovely little pop of colors that were in the flowers on the front. So I have a kilt on. We can adjust it. Hey, Jeffrey Quilter, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Hold on. We're gonna need to do something with you. You have to do something drastic. You didn't see that. Hey, cheers, everybody. Cheers with my tea. Here, let's see if I can get this a little bit more in the camera here. See what I'm doing. There we go. It is a beautiful spring day here. Very happy that the weather has finally changed for the better. For the better. Definitely. For our first anniversary, it's his family tartan. Oh, hey, very nice. That name runs in our Kent side of the family too. And we're going to stop a 1/4 inch away from the corner so we can do our little fold of the fabric up and over. So when we make it come to the front, we have enough for the binding to go around. Just about 1/4 inch away. So there's my there's my base stitches from the long arm, making sure things got all squared up. Just a little back tack. Gonna break them. It's such a beautiful. I don't want to say Barbie pink, but it does kind of remind me of like bubblegum, a little bit of bubblegum. You know, so. So I've just folded it. You can see I kind of gave it a little pinch. We're going to just give it that extra little space needed. So it's a full-on little triangle wedge in here, okay? And then we're going to start again about a 1/4 inch down. Okay. And I just like to do like a little back tack. Turns out I'm Scottish on both sides of the family, and the tartans clash. Badly. Oh no. And always like wait for the machine to stop before you start shifting things around. Like sometimes when you're in a bit of a hurry, you get a little too rushy, you know. So just let it stop before you start shifting. Walter, correct? What? Walter, what? What am I missing? Walter, what? Walter, what? What the Walter? Wrestling match to sew binding on is always right. Sometimes I've done some king size quilts and I've had to put up like ironing board on the side here just to be, I even thought about it too, but I have like a big space, so I just kind of flop it that way. But if you didn't, ironing board, extra table, prop up table, something. Leah Day, a famous YouTuber quilter here, teacher as well, she has like straps that she has attached to her ceiling that comes down and have little clamps, so it just, that takes the pressure off of the quilt. So like, hey, do what you gotta do. Oh, Walt, just Walt. The joke is, it's actually not a guy or a male in personality as whatever. Waltacina was her name. So that's what I called, but he ended up becoming just like Walt, and then, you know, because you kind of dance with it. You know what I mean? It's like a waltz. So a Walt. Yeah, just call him Walt. Because Ken says I couldn't, actually the people who set it up says I couldn't call it Waltacina. And that was the name I was going to give it. But so, you know, Walt became it. That's a good point there, Kelly. Do you like sit in the middle of the table or more off to the side like I do on my desk, so you have that big huge space to work with as you're flipping and flopping? So that's good, especially if you have the space. I've even suggested to people if they can go to like a community center or a church or something like that where they're going to have a nice big table and they don't mind you sitting there for like an hour doing some binding. That's better to do it that way than trying to fight on a little table, and you're just, because you end up, the weight of the quilt is end up just going to keep pulling and pulling and pulling, and you're going to get like weird stitches every now and again. Hey BC Tracy, how you doing? Waltacina. Yep. Yep. So apparently I had to give it a more stronger name. So I'm like, okay, Walt became it. So, and it just developed its own personality, like dancing with Walt. back to actually like what you guys are really here for. I sit near the right side of the table, then the quilt can sit on the rest of the table and drape over. Yeah, there you go. Oh, drape over the chair. That's a good idea too. Plop it over the chairs a bit. Help alleviate some of that pressure that wants to like keep pulling, like because it'll just want to keep pulling and pulling and pulling in this direction, right? So you have to make sure you're given that. So it's laying there. It's ready for you to manipulate through underneath the needle, right? And not have to fight for it. It's quilting, not a wrestling match, as Kelly says. Hey, Peter, how you doing? No worries. No worries. Mr. Peter was sharing some of his art this morning to me on Discord. Hey, excellent. Oh, actually, I don't think any of the commands are going to work. Sorry. Pop said the commands wouldn't work. The bot has retired for some particular reason. Went to bed. So, but yeah, stunning. Hey, Cindy Wall, how you doing? And it's a gorgeous day out today there, Peter. Check it out. Oops, not that one. That one. There we go. It's beautiful outside. Had some geese kind of making little nests and ducks making nests around the pond there. They only have like a few more weeks, and then the neighbors' cows are coming in. At least I think so. I don't know. We haven't heard anything. We just assume. We just assume. But, yeah. So right now I'm just putting the binding on the back part of this quilt, and then I'm gonna pop it and sew it to the front. But as soon as I get the back, it's sewn onto the back, and the seam finished, I will show you what this quilt looks like. So, because I didn't shoot any footage of it, so well, little camera footage, but I didn't do any for a video or anything. I had to focus on it just to get it done. It's being picked up on Sunday, personally here at the house, and I'll be already in California at that point. So, I had to make sure it was DONE done. Ooh. Don't go. Hold on. It bounced. Apologize. Oh, look at the star of the show. She knows her name. Oh, it's so cute, Wolfie. He's so cute. You're the cutest little Loafy there ever was. The sweetest little puppers. It gives you so much love. Right. Yes, you do. He's a cool fluffs. Cutest little fluffs. Hold on, leave my hands. Yeah, it's a lovely spring day. We'll totally take it. Yesterday was pretty gorgeous too. Sunset was lovely. Managed to catch just a smidgen of it. Back tack about 1/4 of an inch away, so we can take this and fold it. And look at that thread match is so pretty. Look at that. So when we go and see it, when it's going to be flipped to the other side and we're going to stitch it down, it's not going to be like this big obtrusive color like of a blue or, you know, a green or something like that on the pink. You know, if you chose it as this thread too, it would be fine. But, you know, we kind of want to make it like blend a little bit. We don't really want the thread to stand out, right? Not necessarily on the binding. Especially when the binding is the same color as the background. It just kind of makes it want to float instead. Like, you know. Make it seem nice and pretty and even. always wonder why it keeps popping out of this one little feed section here. Like, and I've even like pulled it all the way over. Right? Like, I don't understand. What's the weather like where everybody else is? What temps do we got going on? So I'm just kind of trying to flip and flop without getting too flippity floppity. Flip flop, flippity flip flippity flop. Well, you had them right. They were just in the wrong order, and I didn't even notice. So I'm sure Sydney did. Sorry about that. It happens. It's all right. I can't English most days either. So recently watched your Getting to Know My Neighborhood series, and wow, it looked amazing. Such a beautiful thing to do. Do you have? No, it's actually, it hangs up in the shop behind me every now and again. It is as much as the videos were so poor on the views, like they literally like were in the hole. I don't know why. But it was such a fun project to do. And I made 2 of them, as you know, and one we gave away. Diane Burge absolutely loves hers, and it hangs up in her house or in her studio, to this day. So I do bring it out so you can see it here behind me though. So, because it's nice to take some of the things and, you know, still be able to share them, right? It was so much fun because it really was getting to know our neighborhood the year after we moved here. So I wanted to know where we moved to, like, you know, what was it all about, really, right? So, and then, of course, Hurricane Fiona came through that year, and that was the block that represented the kites flying. That, as much as it was windy and destruction, the wind is also a very beautiful thing, too. So... just try to put a little extra, like more of a positive spin on, you know, what happened, right? Yeah. Windy a bit, sunny in the brisk. Yeah, I don't know about the wind. No, there was just a little tiny bit of a breeze. Because I scooted in the house to make a new tea just before stream, but I didn't have my jacket on, and I caught a little, it was like a bit of a chill, so. But I don't think we're overly warm. It only says 7 Celsius and mostly cloudy, so. But I'll take it. Yesterday we got up to 12. It's like, what the heck? It was, because I really tried to not stay in the house and just, like, because if we didn't need to go anywhere, we didn't need to go anywhere. So these were things that motivated me to leave, right? And there was lots of connections in that the whole year, like the lighthouse, and the boat was, you know, obviously going over to PEI with Allison and Eric when they came for a visit. And then there was another time, it was where the waterfalls with Gwenny and her daughter. So, oh, shalom, how you doing? Hello from the opposite coast. Well, hello. I will be there Friday night on your west coast. I am pretty excited. And I've got plenty of time between my flights, so I'm not going to get into panic mode with slow bum knee Laura Lynn, you know, trying to get myself from one spot to the next. So I can take my time or hitch a ride. I just don't want to be rushed because I fly, I think it's to Montreal. I think it's Montreal. And then I got to collect my bags and then sign up again and then go through all the customs and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll be out Southern California. And again, I don't know whether Pop is going to stream or not, but, you know, whatever. If he does, fantastic. Great for you guys. But he does have plans of his own, and I certainly don't want to put the pressure on him for that. So, you know, it will be here when we get back. That's all we can say. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm hanging out with Tracy Provis in chat, and then Lois, and Miss Allison. Sounded weird just calling her Al. Call me Al. I know her husband does, but you know, I'm all about using the full name because of, I guess, my name. You know, unless you go LL, right? By the kitty, I am. I'm out of here. I've been down there in January of 25, and it literally was like an early summer for both, pretty much Tracy and I, because of where we come from. For the rest of our months at that point in time, it's like miserable and cold and wet and whatever, 4 feet of snow. But hello, Mary, how you doing? Hey, Lorlyn, hope you have. Thank you so much. You're headed. Oh, fantastic! I hope you have a great time there, Mary. That's your little condo down there, right? And how long are you going to be gone? Oh, let's go back up here. I appreciate that, Mary. I hope you have a great time, too. Is the fam jam going with you, or just you? All right, flippity flop. We only got a couple more sides to go here. We're making our way there. Oh, well, there we go. Teresa. Hello, Teresa. good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming in. Hold on, I'm going to turn our little stack around here. Let's see if I got my son's. Oh, fantastic! Oh, nice. Oh, the fam jam. Making memories. That's what you're doing, making memories for those kids. Awesome. Are you? You don't drive, do you? Do you fly? Do you fly? How long would that take to drive? What, 2 days? It probably takes as long as for Pop and I to get to Ontario. Oh yeah, I have a whole long arm. You should check out some of our Long Arm Wednesday videos. It was a video series that we did for about 8 years on Wednesdays. Yeah, that's actually what brought on the whole kind of mom and pop quilt shop idea sort of thing, because it was the long arm. I do my own long arm. Yeah, you flying? Oh, okay, good. Safe travels, my dear. I do other people's long arms. This is a customer quilt. This is a customer quilt right here. She's asked me to finish it off completely. So I've put a couple of the borders on. I pieced the backing. I've quilted it. I've trimmed it and made the binding. And now I'm putting the binding on. So that's some of the services that I provide. So is, finish it completely. Because some people don't want to end up doing it. Or they don't have the space to deal with it when I do. I have a big ruler, a big table, like a big hardy machine, and lots of space to work in. So it's much easier for, me to charge them, a few bucks here and a few bucks there to deal with it, right? They don't mind. And nor do I. Because then I know it's done, and it's not going to sit in some closet. I even offer label services too, like if you would like to have a label. I have an embroidery machine. Actually, I did some embroidery for a couple of reading pillows that I'm taking the casings down with me. I'll have to pick up the pillow forms while I'm down there, because I just didn't want to bring them. So didn't seem to make sense to bring pillow forms when I can buy it down there. So. And you don't send a reading pillow without it being in a pillow form. Here's the casing. Go buy your own pillow. That's not quite the you know, the gift giving I want to get. I want to portray. It's a do-it-yourself. How's Bristol these days? I love it over there. The West Country feels very much like home. Awesome. I have 4 lap quilt tops coming your way. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Mary. Thank you very, very much. Mary also is another one of my customers. She's in Ontario. She was one of my customers before I left Ontario and has continued to be a customer since I left and moved here to Nova Scotia. So, and I appreciate that greatly. So has Pauline Frew. Okay, I think we're on our last stretch here, peeps. Okay, one last corner strip here. And then the question is, did I cut and press enough binding? That is the riddle. We shall answer shortly. Stop. There we go. Thank you, Pauline. I've even done some work for Tracy Provis, but it was a gift, so. Alright, so we want to make sure we're leaving a good space in between where our binding we started and we gave it a tail, and where we're going to end and we're giving it a tail. Because we need to put those 2 tails together to make a continuous piece, okay? So, and it looks like I have plenty, so I won the race. All right, let's go to, just give me for a second. Okay. I don't want to risk that getting anywhere near my teacup. Bristol is in Bristol. I bet, because it's already preset on what the roads are. There's no expanding, not taking down, you know, a whole street of houses just to make, you know, a 4-way, right? A four lanes. So. My hubby is retiring this year, so we will be heading to Florida next January for 3 months. Oh my gosh, of course I would rig myself. Of course, you better. You better. Okay, so to make sure we're going to do our binding correctly, okay, here. And I find this is the easiest for me. I get it to be as accurate as possible without any fluff and stuff, okay. So what I do is I'll take this strip here. Oops, bring it down. Break it down. Bum, 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 bum. Break it down. Bring it down to here. And I just kind of put a little pin to hold it, so it's not going to shift anywhere. I know it's straight. There's no wave. There's no. We're good to go here. Okay. Then I'm going to take this piece, and then I'm going to spread it open, and I'm going to line it up the raw edge on this side with that. Right here. Or you can just mark 2.5 inches. I mean, that's totally up to you. Okay. And then we take this part, making sure it is, again, laying flat. There's no wrinkle, no pressure, no anything on that. So, of course, I just moved that right out of the way. Just trying to, you could put a clip in it, which usually helps. And then once laid over, this is where you trim the top one here, is right at this edge. So you're only getting a 2.5 inch over gap because you want that to be able to crisscross, right? So, okay. So then we just take our scissors. And we that out. Pop that out. And then what I do is I'll put these two together, like put a nice big fold in here and pin it. And then that way, when we are putting these two together, you're not fighting against the pull of them trying to get back together, because we're trying to make one little cohesive strip, right? So if you put it there, then you've got like lots of stuff to work with. Emmy, on my January quilt I won last year, that quilt is comfort to me. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the backing that you sent. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember I had to pay for that. For some reason, I had to pay customs on that one. Fluff and stuff. Weird, am I watching Winnie the Pooh with a minion? What? What are you talking? Oh, fluff and stuff. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. My favorite saying from Winnie the Pooh is, "It's a very blustery day." It's a very blustery day, says Pooh. I've not been to Bath for years, but it's a beautiful city. I bet it is. Okay, so once at this part, once you have it pinned, and then you can kind of like know that you haven't twisted it or anything like that. Once we sew that, it's going to be nice and cohesive, right? It's all the way across. All right, so let's go back over here. And we're going to put that little seam right across from one corner edge to the other on the diagonal. So there's our corner edge right there. Just want to come on down. Come on down, you know. Okay, and then what we can do is make it, okay, good, like nice and flat. We're happy. Now, let's go over here. And we can trim that up. Take our pin out. Actually, before we trim up, let's lay it flat and know that we're good. There's no issues here. If we trim that out and press it, we're good. Okay. Sometimes you get a flip one of these over, and it's just so annoying. So before you end up trimming it off and you can't quite fix it the same, the best to double check. Okay. Alright, flop that over there, and we've got this all nice and hot, so let's give it a little press, and then we will fold it and give it another press. This is one of those fabrics that changed color under the heat. My goodness, I gave myself like heart palpitations. I thought, oh my gosh, did I just ruin this fabric? Because it goes like a darker pink, as you can see right there. But I did that once with a red fabric. It went like the super, super dark burgundy, and I was like, no! And it was like, no, it's the heat. It's just the heat. Yeah, you won the first of last year's Scrappy Adventure there, Catherine. That quilt, yeah. What was it, Dots and Dashes? Was it Dots and Dashes? Seemed like it was obviously using all the scraps, and then we had like a consistent like kind of cream color in there. It was good. It was fun. That was a fun one. They were all fun. All right, now let's go back under here, and we'll sew the rest of this binding down, and then I'll show you what this quilt looks like. Lining up the edge. All right. Okay, now comes to here. Like again, this is like 90s. I think it's 96. I could be wrong, but it's 90 something by like 75. Okay, where do I want to? So you can kind of see it here. There we go. It's super big. And all these flowers are made by Joanne, and then a bunch made by Joanne's mom too. So And then we chose a, it's called Folk Art. Here, I guess I see the stitch there. It's got a birdie and then a flower and a tulip. Tulip was very important to be in the stitch out. Yeah, leaves. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so now to put this to the front part, we're going to do some more pressing because we want this to be like nice and precise as possible, right? So we're going to fold over the edge, okay? And then we're going to press, okay? Because we're going to come in from the back side and sew in this little seam right here. So we're going to be working on the back, so this is going to be stitching on the front. Okay? We want to try and make it look as pretty as possible. Right? Okay, it is very pretty. I likes it. Have we seriously been on for 50 minutes? This day is going to be way too fast for me. Oy. I don't know if I'm going to get everything I need done. It is very pretty. It is a stunning quilt. Okay, so let's kind of just give it a press all the way around. Where is my basket? A basket! She did an amazing job on it. She wasn't new to quilting, but it had been quite some time since she had, you know, partaken in any sort of like, you know, event like that. Well, hello there, Miss Lois. How you doing? I figured you were still hanging with your sister. You were just chilling with your sister. Clip in, go in. Yeah, it's a big, beautiful quilt. And you want a quilt that's going to be, you know, be cuddled under. Oh, nice. Nice. So you're going to be all buffed. Buffed and tanned and everything. Poor Tracy and I are going to have the sunlight reflect off our skin and blind people out on the ocean. Be like, ah! SPF 5000. Hey, Deborah Davidson. I've been looking since you came on. I'm getting ready to head out the door for my driving job, so I'll be listening. Oh, well, you drive safe there, Miss Deborah Davidson, and I can't wait to see you. Hopefully that's still in the makes, in the plans. Oh, I got you. Hey, Monty, welcome in. Welcome in. I just kind of want to do one side at a time. And then we'll go from there. She's a big one, so we don't want to struggle too much. Okay, did I get all the way to the other side? No, I didn't. I have to go. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I can't wait to hug you, Deborah. Luann is finishing up quilt top. Oh, I love the like the brick one. The brick one, with the brown and the green and the yellow. I think there's yellow in there. It's Kind of like a bricky Bargello. I like that. Certainly I will apologize to the people of California fans for my Milky Way. I know, right? Me too. They'll be able to tell we're not from there in like 3 seconds. Not even. Like just us walking, they'd be like, oh yeah, they're visiting. You're going to give big hugs back? I hope so. I hope so. Okay. That is one side clipped. Okay, now we're going to sew the binding on. We're going to, like I say, we're going to go right in here. We're going to stitch in the ditch on the back and go all the way down. And it should be, hopefully, pretty enough and even enough on the front. Okay. Let's just turn that off for a moment till we get this sorted. Lures in the water. Catherine. Now if we can clone LL's hugs, we would be all winners. I think Pop would agree with you there. Pop and Marcus for sure. I can already tell Marcus is going to miss my hugs every day. So when it's the only contact you have with humans, is your mom giving you a hug? Me too. Like I just have the boys to hug. That's my contact. All right, so over the shoulder here, shark bait. Love it. Is that Tracy or shark bait? Okay. Okay, we'll see how this looks. If I don't like it, we will do it a different way. Okay. All right, it should work out. We're kind of pushed past where we should be, so I think we should be all right. Okay, let's give her a go. Cross your fingers and your toes. Oh. Where's my basket? Tisket a tasket. I'm gonna lost my basket. Alright, let's take a look and see how we're liking this on the front. Looks fine to me. Let's keep on trucking. Wonder where Miss April is. Figured she'd be here for sure. And Lori Clark. Anybody seen Tracy Albert lately? Hope she's doing okay. Miss Natalie. Wonder where Miss Natalie is. But then again, we haven't streamed on a Wednesday in like over a month, so it's understandable. Stay away from black sand beaches. Yeah, it'd be super hot. I'm assuming. Is that what you mean? Like just super hot on the feet, or? Okay, let's make sure we're still liking what we got going on here. Looks good to me. Lures. and flopping. Flipping and flopping. Trying to be as consistent as possible, stitching like right in that little spot, right? Having to pop out once or twice, then I wouldn't worry about it. But if you have like a big, huge stretch, like not in that ditch, then I would probably pick it and redo it. So. Catherine. Sending signals. Oh. Okay, now we want to come all the way down to the end. Okay. Hey, morning, Deadwood. How you doing? Welcome in. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. Minus a couple little thready bobs, but we can handle that. All right, so let's do a little fold. Fold on the edge here, okay, for the pretty front of the binding, and then I'm just going to put a clip. Make sure that's not going to go anywhere. Okay, and then we're going to fold, fold, fold. Then we'll get it again. We're going to give it a little press and do some clips, okay, to get it all to stay. Let's go back to the table. Just kind of flopping, flip flop, and make a jump. Okay, I think that was a long side we did. Okay, that's good. Now we got a short side to do here. Okay, we just want to do a little pressing. All right. Press in and then clip in to keep it nice and straight. What's Mona doing today? How's it going? Sorry. Big head's in the way. Being lazy? Nice. Sometimes you need that because that is what kind of spurs your creativity. You need downtime, right? You need downtime to, assess what you've done and then figure out what you want to do next. Even God rested, right? Like, everybody needs downtime. Now, if you didn't want to bother with the clips, you could do a little bit of line of glue if you wanted to, and then just dry it with your iron. And that's just for one more thing for me to fuss and faff about with and just get mad at. So I don't think so. Hey, Audra, welcome in. So I'm fine with just using what I have, which is just some clips and some perseverance. Thank you, Catherine. I am a little nervous, but it's to be expected, so it's all right. I will try my best to get over the nervousness. Downtime, what's that? That's when your kids leave the house. And until then, you get none. Right? Isn't that how it goes? All right. We're going to flip our side over here and work on the back. Again, I tried to pick a nice thread that would blend as much as possible in the quilt. I may have to come back and whip. Oh, no, we're good. I was going to say make them whip a little stitch in there, but. Where's your basket? A tisket, a tasket. Oops, don't drop your basket. I was wondering if Joanne was even watching right now. Though she should be working, but I mean, she could. Sometimes she pops in. This is her quilt that she made. Just finishing off a customer's quilt. All right, make sure you stop down. Well, I have two out of the house. Read at school, went home. Pick. Oh, geez. Yikes. Pink eye. Being a crossing guard, I'd see. It was one of the things I would look for the kids, because if they wanted, they always wanted to hug me, right? So I'm like, no, just, I could see there's something going on with you. I'm just going to say no right now until you're feeling better. That was my worst. Yeah, well, that's it, too. When you leave, that's where you can just sit in the parking lot for an extra 10 minutes of peace and quiet. Especially if the little minions are being watched after, I don't have to worry about them. So. I'm going to California on Friday. I leave Friday morning. I will be there Friday night. It's going to take about 12 and a half hours in my journey time to get there. Actually, no, more so. I think it's like 14 hours. It's going to be 14 hours of journey. So, it should be a very long, exhausting day. I'm going to go hang out with Tracy Provis, Lois Quinn, and Allison Johnson, Deborah Davidson. And I believe someone else was also said they wanted to come and hang out as well. So I'm having a brain fart at the moment of who it was. So. Ah, thank you. Very excited. Very excited. I'm going by myself. Well, traveling by myself there. Oops. I'll change that. Let's see. Okay, the fold of the corner under. I made sure to bring my Hawkins cheesies. I have my Canadian cheesies with me. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. All the way across. All right, let's do the other side. Ugh. Yeah, I'm like 2.5 to Toronto or Montreal. I can't remember which one it is. And then I've got like a 3-hour layover there. And then it's like a 7 or an 8-hour flight to Cali, LAX. I can't remember if it was Toronto or Montreal. I have had my snacks approved by DD1. DD1. What's that? What? What was it? What am I missing there? My layover is only 1 hour and 25 minutes, but hopefully no fog and then having to rush to my gate. Just, yeah, right? Or the panic of knowing you're going to miss it if you don't get through security ASAP, and you don't want to be a fusspot, but, you know. Even when we were going, Pop and I were headed down to Florida, we were running close on one of them, and people kept telling us to just say, you know, excuse me, my flight's leaving. Can I scoot ahead? Can I scoot ahead? Can I scoot ahead? And I'm like, I just can't do that. I don't know. It just makes me feel all weird. I don't want to do that. Oh, dear daughter. Okay, sorry. It's like DD. Dear daughter Danielle. Hey, Miss Lori Clark, how you doing? Welcome in. What are you doing? I literally just asked about you, like, I don't know what, 15 minutes ago? I was like, I wonder where Miss Lori Clark is, and Miss Tracy Albert, and April, and a few of the others. Oh, okay, so now we're flipping to the back. We're finishing off a customer's quilt. So I put 2 borders on, pieced the backing, stitched a border on, edge to edge, trimmed it, cut the binding, pressed the binding, putting the binding on. Then we're doing the last part. I got lucky. Oh, nice. Perfect there, Lois. Fantastic. Yeah, it's the having to not being just be able just to tuck right in for a few hours, right? So. This is actually Joanne's quilt there, Lori. This is Joanne's quilt. I'm just finishing it up first. She's already making a hand label, and we'll hand stitch it on the back somewhere. So I offered to make her one, but Hip is out, getting old. Oh no. Oh no. But it's hip to be square. Da 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 da. I know I got my knee brace. Make sure to find that. It's all good. I hope. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see this. Yeah, Lowe's has the shortest. Well, actually, Allison has the shortest journey of us, but then it goes. I guess then it goes. Lois, then myself, and then Tracy. She's got the farthest way to travel for sure. Flapping those little wings like crazy. Fly, little birdie, fly. It is. It's quite beautiful. Once I get it sewn all the way around, I will show you. I'll show everybody what it looks like. They did get a glimpse when I sewed the first part of the binding on. So. You get such a cleaner look when you're stitching in the ditch, right? So when it comes to the binding, instead of trying to sew on the front, you're all over the place on the back, right? You're hitting it, you're missing it. I'll trim those threads up. Hey, Steph, how you doing? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've got these little base stitch threads I'll have to pick out too. So that's fine. Just putting the binding on a customer quilt here. Just finishing it up. And then I've got the strap of my backpack to do, the chest strap to go across the chest so I can walk and not have to hold on to it. And I can do my own thing. Hey, Diane Birch, how you doing? Good morning, everyone. Used to see you. Well, it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. Well, last time we were supposed to do it before this time was, or like last week, but then I totally forgot because Pop was away and I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just working away in the shop trying to get all the bunch of stuff done, right? So I was like, oops, I think we better make it next week before I'm gone for 2.5 weeks. I'm just going to fold that properly, pop our little clip over. Okay, and then we just said this should be the last side. I think it is. Okay, how do we like our binding on the front It looks great. Look at that. See? Nice and even. Better looking than it would be if you were just to flip it the other way. So, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Thank you, BC Tracy. You enjoy your time. Okay? And I'm happy to be on your time zone for a few days. For a week or so's. I'll worry about those base stitches after, not right now. There's no point worrying about them now. So as for the packing part, I really haven't even started. Just kind of gathered some things in a pile. And it's usually some of the quilty things I got to take with me and snacks. So clearly, there's my priority. Quilting things to take with me and snacks. I can buy clothes when I'm there. Okay? But the quilty things and the snacks are coming. Almost done this thing. Almost done. Right? I'm okay with it. It's obviously it's a necessity, right? You kind of have to, right? If you want to get it finished, you gotta bind it, or you pay someone like me to do it for you, because this is a customer's quilt. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing it for her, because she didn't want to do it, and I don't blame her. Because honestly, if I could pay someone, if I was sending my quilts out and they had the option to finish the quilt for me, I would totally take them up on it. Because then I know it was actually going to get done. And two, it's going to sit in my closet for like eons and eons because I didn't want to do the binding in the first place. So get somebody else to do it that doesn't mind doing it. Hey, Crafty Simple. It is a gorgeous quilt. It's actually Joanne's quilt for her daughter. And I will show you what it looks like as soon as I'm done doing the last edge for the binding. Okay, all right, we're going to flip that. It's pretty easy. Here's the backing. It looks like a whole cloth. It's got a folk art stitch out on it. It's got a tulip, a birdie, a flower. 2 flowers? Yeah, the tulip and the other flower. So. Cannot forget the snacks for sure. Cheers, everyone. Lori, Tracy P, I hope you don't have to run too far. Get some lessons from Natalie. Natalie's a pro. She runs marathons. That's how pro she is. She's amazing. Okay, I think we're going to turn that off at this point. Pop you over there. Oops. Sorry, go here. Now those other little threads I'll rip out, so don't worry about those. I'm not leaving them there. They're just base stitched ones. You can tell, see, they're like a good like half an inch apart, so. Make it nice and secure before we take out the securing stitches, right? Makes sense. She did such a beautiful job on it there, Craft a Simple Life. I'm so proud of her. Yeah, right? There's no way I could either. I got my hibble hobble hop gait sort of thing going on. Ken says I walk like a penguin, so great. That's always nice to know. I walk like a penguin. When I think penguin, I can't help but think of, you know, the Batman Cape Crusader, you know. Hey, Nadia, welcome in. Okay, almost done. Just a couple more feet. I saw the other day that the veteran quilter completed the London Marathon, on top of which he got a Guinness record for longest scarf knitted while running. I can't even imagine. That's hilarious. Nice. Hey, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it, right? That's kind of cool. Hello there, Miss Alcine Stitchin. How you doing? Oh yeah, I gotta send you my flight info. Sorry, I'll do it after stream. Okay, I'm just gonna line up on this side. There we go. I'll trim a few threads. And then Miss Joanne's quilt for her daughter is sorted except for her label, but she's doing the label herself, so. Skizzers, there we are. Yeah, he was knitting and running. That is, yeah. I could barely even sew and talk at the same time, so. Alright, like I said, I'm not going to worry about those right yet. I can take this into the house and do the little threads later. Just want to clip a few of the cornery bits. Hey, Miss Nadine, I got your package. Thank you so much for the cute fabric and the magnets and the little gingerbread cross stitch. That's so cute. Thank you very much for that. I love the panel. I'm like, ooh. We got to think of something really fun for that for around Christmas time. We're headed to the pool. See the two of you in a few days. Have a great... You too, Miss Lois. Can't wait to hug you on Saturday. Hey, when are you guys arriving on Saturday? What time? Because I'm not in until like 8:30 or something like that on Friday night. So it'd be like quick. It'd be back home bed and then back out to the airport, I'm assuming. It's what I can do. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at this beauty of Miss Joanne's. Finished it all up for her. Quilted. Added some borders. Cute. That is crazy. Fridge on their back? Why? That seems kind of crazy. Oh, okay. So yeah, it would be literally up and out the door. Cool. I have time for breakfast and coming to get you. Alright, let's fold this one up. Oh, it is. It's a pretty... This is Joanne's, Kent's co-worker. I had to get it done real quick, so he brought it home with him, and I've been working. I had the borders to do, quilted it up, put the binding on, our borders on, quilted, obviously, and then, there we go. So I did, because she had this lovely little border, I said, do you mind if I put a little something out there? You know what I mean? So I did obviously this pretty little swirly, nothing too crazy, but enough that it went with the quilt itself. Because if you look at these pretty little movements in here and how it hooks, I just thought it kind of, especially this part here, right? It was almost like, you know, almost the same. So yeah. Okay, great. So perfect. We'll just hang out at the airport then, waiting for Miss Tracy. Nice. Yeah, so that's all finished, okay? And how I bound it was I sewed it onto the back, and then when we flipped to the front, but I didn't sew on the front. I sewed on the back. All in this little seam right here, all the way around. And then you can see how, well, mine is the little base stitch, but I will rip those out. Then it looks good. It looks all the way around. Nice and even and pretty. So tip to you guys, okay? Do it that way. Okay, let's fold this. Because this is being picked up on Sunday, personally. So their Pop is meeting someone that's going to take it back to Joanne. So. So there we go. Nice, all finished and looking pretty. It is. It looks lovely. There we go. Thanks, Miss Joanne, for the business. Okay. Yeah, she did a great job. This is a combination of blocks that some her mom made and some that she made. So, and I just love all the mix of beautiful little tulip fabrics that are. Look at that. Look at that. It's so cute. Adorable. All right, let's put this in a baggie. 1 second here. Let me get you outside for a second. Actually, let me get Sophie's cam. So you can watch her sleep for a moment. I don't want to put this down anywhere unless it's in a bag. So. Loose tie. Because I'm going to take some of those stitches out in those. So. Alright, that's that. Now, on to the second task, which is oopsies, the one I need to complete before I go, considering what the time is here. We may have to use do the pillows down when I'm in the States. So Katie has had a lady at work who admired Katie's quilt jacket and asked her if she quilts. She has a quilt her sister made her 45 years ago and needs help fix. Oh, how nice. That's kind of cute. I love that. Okay, so here is the fishy backpack. Okay, so far. So what I need to do at this point is to add a strap for the across the chest at the front. Okay. So on here, on these little strap bits here, hold on, let's go, nope, other way. Sorry, take you on a little adventure. I need to figure out where the proper spot is here, right? And I have plenty of strapping to go across. Okay, because the laptop's kind of heavy. It's going to sit this way in it, right? I've got a little bit of room for other things, but not a lot, right? Because I don't want to be carrying too much. It's going to be too much on my shoulders and stuff, right? So we need to figure out where the proper spot for this is. Here, I'll put you outside for a second. Make sure things are straight. Okay. The guy who ran with the 25K fridge on his back did it to raise awareness for frontal temporal dementia. He's lost 12 of his relatives to the disease, including his mother. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes, well, I was just going to say, she just voluntold you, didn't she? Oh, really? So eventually. Oh, wow. Jeepers. That is good for him, though. Hopefully he put a lot of awareness out. Okay, so there's the pack. I'm trying to think of, because I want it to sit like high enough. Do I do it like right at the bottom of this one? Do I have to, like, where's the best place? You don't want it right up across here, do you? Is it up here or is it across your, like, I don't want to take out my boobs either, you know what I mean? Like, I need, where's it go? I don't think I've ever had one with a little, like a strap, a front strap before, so. And I know if I don't have it, it's going to go just flop right off one shoulder, and that is not going to be any fun at all, carrying that around for hours and hours. So I'm thinking right here. Think that'd be okay? It doesn't have to be like super tiny. I do have enough. I have enough space. Oh, nice. It's only for one night. Yeah, I don't want to squish the girls either. Not that I have lots, but I'm just saying. I don't want to squish them either. So if I had it like right about there, so I would have way more than I needed. So, because if other than that, it's just gonna sit there. I don't know. Should I be up closer? It's the problem when you make your own now. What do you do? Here, here, waist maybe. Oh. It's not going to prevent it from slipping off my shoulders. That's what I need. I have 2 rounded shoulders. So it's got to be up here. Yeah. Yeah, I could. Or just like pin it for a moment or just like base stitch it, right? So. Yeah, it's got to sit up here. Other than that, everything's just going to go floof off my shoulders. Quarterback, I am not. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be like right across here somewhere. That to me kind of feels a little bit secure. Especially because it's going to be like hanging down in the back a bit with the laptop in there. That's where, yeah, maybe like right where these are and then just, you know what I mean? Okay, so what kind of space is that? What are we looking at here? Because we don't want it too tight. The Adams brothers plan to run 32 marathon. Hold on. The Adams brothers plan to run 32 marathons in 32 days through Ireland's 32 countries, beginning in County Antrim on Monday. Not with the fridge, though. Thank goodness. That'd be too much. That, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm watching you guys on it. So... Hey, Crystal, how you doing? What could I put in there would be equal weight, though? So let's think of that. Hold on. What do I got that would be like at least equally weight? Let me find something. Let me find some. Look. Here, maybe that one. Cross-stitch design books. Exactly. Here. That should be. That's pretty good considering the weight for. Yeah, there we go. Good thinking. I'm glad we're taking one for a noodle today. Actually, no. It could go a little heavier. Hold on. Let me. Just to be on the safe side, we want to do this right. I'm doing good. Doing good. What other books do we got here we can use? Those two. You know, I haven't seen in a while either is Charlotte. Hopefully Charlotte's okay. Alright, so it's a couple more books in there. Let's flop that there. Okay. Gotta buckle. I feel like I'm going to war. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, because it just flops it, and then just literally watch it. It's just going to slowly fall right off the shoulders. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a really good idea. Okay, so I still think across here is okay. The girls would just get squished underneath a little bit. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be across here. So the question is how much? Because we want support, we don't want slippage, right? So that seems like a good little bit right there. Because we don't want it to fall off. So what are we at? You're there and you're there. So like 3 inches on either side-ish. You need an H bar. What do you mean an H bar? What you mean? What you mean, Jelly Bean? I'm confused. What did I miss? What did I miss? What is the gist of the mist? Okay, I'm kind of giving it like good 3.5 inches on either side. Okay, so we'll just put that off to the side here, and we're gonna melt our little ends here. And on the side. I love it, Nadia. I really do. It's one of my favorite projects. And it's being creative with what I have as a leftover, right? So it is. It is. It is, Monty. We've been there. We've done that. We're good. Okay, so if I just attach it like right under, okay. So if I just kind of do a little zip zappity zap zippity zip zoo zay, and that puts them right there, right across. I've got books that weigh the same as my laptop in here. Okay, so yes, because other than that, I'd have to shut you guys off, and then that's no fun. So, yeah, I kind of like that. Just attach it that way. I'd say no worries, no worries. Hey, Peg, how's it going? Did you say hi? I said hi. Hi, I said hi. Hello, hello, welcome in. Hello. No worries. I'm like, am I missing something? What's going on? Yeah, just go, and then we'll just do like a doot, doot, doody, doot, doot. Make sure she's going to stay there. If I find I need to do any other alterations to it, I have, I'm sure all the facilities of Miss Allison would allow me to, you know, tweak it or something. Okay. So, all right. So I need black thread because I don't really want it to be seen. So let me go find some black thread for a second here. You guys can take a look outside for a moment. I have black on the bottom. That's a super dark gray. That should be okay. Just want to make sure it's thick enough. Where did the dark come and go? You're getting hiccups now. I don't want the hiccups. The hiccup-uppers. The upper hickers. Okay, we'll load some thread. It's gone down quite a bit there, Craft a Simple Life. So, we've seen some duckies and some geese all kind of making little homey nests around there. So, oops, here we go. Sorry, we'll go there. It's nice to see so much activity around it, right? So, it's nice to see it busy. Now, I did have a spool. Just load up a little bit on here. Yeah, because the quilt and the backpack are number one. I got to finish before I go. But making the pillow, reading pillows, I can finish while I'm down there. So that's not a whole 100% need to do before I go. So I have all the means and facilities of anything I need down there, so it's not like I have to finish before I go. So just as long as I'm taking the material that I want to use. So use the ironing board. What do you mean use the ironing board pad? Oh, well, I mean like put it in the backpack? I don't know if it would have fit. No, I don't think it would have fit. Oops, we didn't need that much thread, but we have lots now. I certainly like it having the pond nice and busy, for sure. Sure. Oops, that was weird. Had a weird little knot in it, so I pulled it down. Okay, now we don't need all the stuff in here at the moment, because that's just going to make it a fight to try and get it underneath the machine. So let's take it out. Ooh. Yeah, I've got like had quite the little stack of stuff in there. And I'll try and find some like fishy buttons or turtles or some funky buttons where I'm going to use these as my little magnet placements. You know, which is glued on like crazy glue or something like that. It'll be fine. Okay, so let's unclip this. Okay. And let's sew this on right here. I feel like I should almost like pop it right on top of this so it has extra meat to stitch in. I'm kind of liking that. Extra meat to stitch in. That's what we always want out of life. Okay, let's turn you this way. Ah, thank you, Crystal. It was very fun to make using scrap fabric. Like literally, it was the stuff that people normally would throw away. So let's do this. We're gonna go. Don't forget to back stitch. We're gonna go slow because we're going through quite a bit of layers here and webbing. Okay, so. I don't normally slow my roll, but I'm gonna today. Okay, now we're gonna lift up. We'll do a square around, and then we will do an X, okay, for that extra support. Okay, now we're gonna turn it this way. And I'm not just stitching through the webbing, I also have that little fake leather suede material there too, right? Just a little back stitch. Let's flip ourselves around. So that'll add that extra little support too. Okay, a little back stitch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go from that corner all the way down to opposite corner. Then the sucker ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Okay, and then we'll go this way. This was a completely design on the fly backpack. Like it was, okay, it needed to fit the laptop and a few other little trinkets, a couple little pockets, and that's really all I needed. So, all right, okay. And then we'll come back and just secure this last little part right here. So we got Fort Knox going on with these straps. Okay, nice. So not only do we go around in a rectangle, we have gone across with an X. Okay, so super secure. Now we're going to do the same over on this one. Okay, we just got to reposition ourselves here. We went above just by an inch. But we don't have our bottom peeking out. Okay. I have something in half squares in scraps I have to get made up, but don't know what to do yet. Oh, you mean like what idea-wise? Well, that's why, like, the first one was like, okay, well, let's just make a tote bag, because one, it's easy. It's you're dealing with like squares and rectangles, and you know, it's not like rocket science or anything, right? We can make something with that. And then, of course, the second time is like, okay, well, now I have a need for something now. I have a need for a backpack, so I can travel with it and take where I go, even to like to Ontario or even just around town if I need to take a backpack, right? So go a little slower, slow on my roll. Back there. Lifting our foots, going back this way. This way. Oh, okay, let's give a little oomph here. There. We get on that side? Yes, I think we did. So now we're going to go across. this way. Across. Right. Okay, cool. All right, now let's see what she looked like. Just a little couple extra little floppy threads here. Oh, and some fluff. Look at that nice. Look at that nice fluff that got stitched in there. Isn't that nice? Wanted me to take a little bit of home wherever I go. Fluff. Fluff and stuff. Okay, all right, there and there. Okay, there and there. They shouldn't. I don't really think I need. I guess I could use that to hook something in, like even a carabiner for water or something. You know, I didn't really want to stitch that down just in case those. It could be used for something. All right, so let's put our little book stuff back in. Okay, we'll switch this over to this side because I liked the look and the flexibility of it. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Does anybody have any questions about this part? Because we're pretty much done for today. Oh. Snap my. There we go. Snap, crackle, pop, delicious. There we go. And I like how these like just flip and flop. They, you know, these parts, so you're never gonna get it. So it's like stacked up on each other. Nice. Okay, let's put it on. Let's put it on. Oops, no, I want this one. Make sure we're not flipped. I feel like we're flipped. There we go. Okay. Ah, there we go. Nice. Let's read across the boobies, but that's okay. It's gonna do. It's gonna do, right? So. Maybe I might change it up. I don't know. It's pretty secure the way it is. I mean, because it's got right across the chest part here, right? So, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's staying on my shoulders, sorta. This one's kind of slipping off. We may change it up a couple inches. Go right up here instead. I think we're going to have to. Yeah. It's okay. It's a little seam ripper. It's not a big deal. We haven't melted anything in. Okay. Move and adjust. It's what we got to do, people. Yeah. Yeah. I need to do it up just a little bit. Just a little bit behind. Yep. What is it? Had you thought maybe doing a cross strap sitting on the top of your shoulders, behind your neck? No, I didn't think of that. How would you do that? I don't know. They would just be like, I don't know. I don't know how that would work, Pauline. I don't know how that would work. Okay. I know we just did all this work, but we're just going to seam rip it out. And we're going to move it up. Because right there it sits right across. Right? I know. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. Need to sort it out. Well, let's put it back on so I can figure out where it needs to go. Let's put some clips there. Okay. Because it needs to be a little higher up on the straps. Yeah, like here. like up right there. Like here and here. It seems like it would be better if I just had it like up a smidge, because just the rolling off the shoulders is not going to do me any good. I already got issues with my shoulders. So yeah, it looks like we're coming up. Do somewhere in between that one and that one. What's the measurement here? A couple of 4 inches. Yeah, looks like about 4 inches. Okay, so we're gonna rip that out. Yay, more work. I think I would cut into the back of my neck actually, but okay, this shouldn't take too long. We'll finish this and then we'll be done with the stream. There's supposed to be a member Zoom today. I honestly just don't have it in me. I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry, all you members. Well, that's exactly it. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And I want to make sure it's not putting any pressure on my shoulders. I'm not going to lose it off of one shoulder as I'm walking, because I think with that being down where it was, I was going to. I could already see it happening, and I wasn't even walking anywhere. So it was just standing there waiting for it to drop because of my rounded shoulders. Yeah, my family doesn't have shoulders at all. So when the shoulder pads of the 80s came out, my sisters were very happy. Woohoo, we got shoulders. They look like linebackers, but they had shoulder pads. Just a matter of getting the threads all trimmed up. Or even like set one up from the airport tomorrow afternoon or something, you know, so it gives me something to do while I'm waiting. Do a little Discord. Or Zoom. Okay, that's one side. It's just Harry. You're a hairy wizard, Harry. Okay, let's get all the little hairy bits off here. Don't necessarily want to get new mesh. I don't necessarily need to. This one needs to be a little smelted a bit more. Came frayed. It's afraid. Take care there, Miss Pauline, and I will let you know when your package is mailed out tomorrow. Okie dokie. I will do it in the mornings. Well, I hope those brothers raise a lot of money and obviously awareness for the disease. So, fortunately, when these are all the chemicals we played with and didn't understand the consequences of our actions when we were fiddling around with things in Mother Nature, right? So, has caused us great amounts of sicknesses in many different ways. Take care of their stuff. They can positive vibes your way. Big hugs. Big hugs, big hugs. Stay positive. I'm pulling back so I can actually see like just the fold of the threads. So I can make sure I'm just cutting the threads and not the material underneath. Right. And I used a nice thick cotton thread. Cotton poly, I think, is a blend. Okay, there we go. That's two. Yeah, it didn't take too long. I'm just going to defuzz it. I'll have to put the backpack back on and try to get the proper placements again. But again, I'm going to be using this for quite a period of time, and I don't want to be frustrated with it and have to carry it in one hand instead, right? So that would not be ideal. I would like my hands to be free. I already have issues with balance because of my bum knee, so I want to make sure I'm not dealing with anything else. Keeping my hands free. Okay, so we'll just do the same thing what we were doing down there, but we will just do it up here. Make sure that we're on the same spot on the other side. Make sure we got the clips going the right way. Yes, we do. Let's see, what are we at here? You're at 4 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/4. Is it 4 1/4? Yes. 4 1/4. So that's there. You get to go here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just add those. And then that should fix my problem. Well, I don't know. Depends who you ask. Well, hello there, Miss Tracy Albert. I was talking about you earlier. I was wondering where you were. All right, let's take our little books out so we could finish doing our straps, okay? No worries. It's not like we streamed a Wednesday video or Wednesday in like, over a month. So, it's all right. It's all good. Okay. So now we're going to take this and then flip those and those. Oops, sorry. Get all kind of crazy. We had a little minor adjustment. So we had them down here for the chest strappy thingy, but it was coming right across a very uncomfortable spot. So it was still kind of rolling off my shoulders. Yeah, both you and I both have round shoulders there, Tracy. So I'm like, okay, no, it needs to come up just a smidgen more to get right across like the top part of my chest. So, hello Tina, welcome in. We're literally just about to say goodbye. We're just finishing this off and then we're done. Oh, hold on, let's go here. There we go. here, grass. Where are you going, bud? Just move it just a little bit more in. There we go. We're gonna do like a little square and then a cross, okay, like an X, to give it that extra support, okay? Is it the angle or are they not? They are the same height. They are. They are. I measured. I literally measured. Four and a half there, or 4 1/4 there, and oops, sorry. 4 1/4 there. They're the same. They're the same on both sides. Sorry. So here, move desk. They're the same on both sides. Weird. I wonder why it wasn't sending out notifications. Oops. I guess we'll find out when I get it finished sewing whether it's correct or not. I'm all over the place here. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Just chillax. Relax, bud. There we go. Well, I guess we'll find out when I go to put it on, whether I did things right or not. All over the place. Flipping and flopping and flopping and flipping. See what we got going on. Alright, so these two should go like that, no problem. Okay. There. Let's take and put our books and stuff that we had going on in here to simulate the weight of the laptop. Okay. Got this. Snap. Crackle. Okay, there's that. Yes, make sure you do that. Yes, yeah, for sure. I was making sure. Okay, I mean, that's better. It was cutting right across here before, and my poor girls would not be able to handle that for long. Does seem a little high though, but you know, I guess we'll adjust it. I mean, we'll just have to deal. So. It's not going anywhere. It's not rolling off my shoulders now. So I may just have to deal with it, right? We'll see. I may have to scooch it down a smidge. Jeez. Talk about fiddly. Just never happy, I tell you. There we go. And then see, as soon as I take it off, it falls off the one shoulder. Yay, the joys. Like I say, worst came to worst. I got this, and we go this way. So. Okay, I think that is it for today. So, like I said, we were supposed to do a member Zoom, but I'm sorry, I'm just too tired, and I got too many other things on my brain right now, so I'm sorry. But we will catch up. Maybe we'll have a little Zoom or something at the Stitchy tent with it, Miss Allison, if she's fine with that. Maybe on a Wednesday or whatever when we got a couple bits, or on a Saturday afternoon or something. So just stay tuned. No worries. It's all good. We were learning. We were learning as we were going. I may have to switch her down just like maybe half an inch. I don't know, but I like it that it wasn't falling off my shoulders. That's the problem. Like, what do? Have it slide off your shoulders or sit right here underneath your neck, right? So, yeah. First came to worst, I could make a little Velcro strap or something for her, so didn't bother. I think I got something on there. Strap should be right beside the handle, not too far apart. What do you mean? Strap right beside the handle. I think I might have to, Monty, but I don't want to do it right now. I got tomorrow. I could do that in. I've been working hard for like 2 weeks, so. Shoulder extension. If I could. Yeah, I may have to. I may have to. Attach at the top. I don't understand. What are you talking about there, Tracy? Tracy Albert, sorry. What do you mean attach it at the top? Like here? Because that's what Pauline said, was do a little thing up here, but I feel like it's going to be bothersome at the back. Plus my hair and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. Definitely at least an inch. Yeah, exactly. Get packed, organized, and think on it. You got it. At the top, too far apart. So I should have had them closer and lower? Lower it and closer? Was that it? Make them a little shorter? Okay, you're thinking like lop it off here. Now I'd like some lunch. I barely even had breakfast. I will fix it, just not right at the moment. It's got weighted. It's already got the stuff in it, or like what I'm. Okay, then I have no idea. And I'm just getting frustrated. The straps in the seam. You mean here? You put them here? These ones? Is that what you're meaning? Put them closer. So leave this, that's not the problem. This is. So if I pop this seam out here, hold on, let me see. Okay. So if I pop it closer to the handle, just on the other side of it. Okay, well that's not horrible. It's doable. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's fix it, and then I'll grab some lunch. Okay. Because I really would like to get this sorted. Because right now I don't want to leave it. You know what I mean? But I'm also hungry. Okay. Okay, where are we? How far do we got to go? Okay, so it's this one's got to be moved to the other side. So over here. So this one got to go over here. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I don't know. It's food. You know what I can have. It's gotta go there, and this over here. Good thing when you make your own stuff, you can rip it apart. Uh-oh. What is going on? I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? I don't understand why the screen went black either. For some reason this... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Pop's out here. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. He's out here. I'm just doing the same thing I was doing earlier. Yeah, unfortunately I don't really have a later to come back to, so unfortunately. I'm still just working at trying to get those bits free, okay? So you're not necessarily missing anything exciting. Okay. We are still here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
The computer shut off again.
Oh, just okay.
Just randomly.
It likes to do that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Well, don't have to worry about it for.
I get to do that.
Yeah, well, don't have to worry about it for weeks anyway. So. Okay, so this is now going to go over onto this side. So we're moving it over. Yeah. Apparently the system that you guys see the display part on decided to shut itself down. That's always nice, right? That's always nice. Apparently it said it needed a break.
I'm gonna rebuild this system.
Okay, almost. Okay, tuck that back in there, and now we need to make the space in there. I need it now, yeah. I could agree with you there. I could use a nap too. Not tired, but just like to tune out. I'm just now making the little hole for the strap to move over. I think we're moving it, well, I don't know, like 3 inches, 3.5 inches. So, if you guys are pretty secure that that's going to fix my issue, then I am all up for trying. So, okie dokies. Okie dokies. In here. Okay, almost. There we go. Making progress here, folks. Little blip in the line. We fix. Try not to get frustrated. It's just fabric. If I get that mad, I'll just start hacking at it with a pair of scissors. All of it. Just chop it all up into bits.
Really?
Yeah, I would actually. It wouldn't bother me at all. But it'd probably drive everybody else crazy. Okay. So here, tucking you in. And here, put your little flip-floppy over there. Tucking you in. Got equal spacing apart. Let's do some clips. What do you mean it's your fault? It's not your fault. Not at all. I'd say it was my fault. I'm the one who did the work. and clearly not correctly, but that's fine.
This will help keep it on the shoulders, but it won't stop the slide. You still need the chest strap anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna not put it on there.
Yeah.
Not at all. I got round shoulders. I know my problem.
Me too. Because my backpack has a chest strap too that I use.
Alright, let's sew this part on first, and then we'll do like a faux, like a fit, like a tester fit, and then we'll finish up the rest. Okay. So, alright. Cheers with some tea. Okay. Let's do a straight stitch first to get those secure in their spots. Okay. I am going to use a black thread. I don't think it really matters at this point. So. Slow and steady. It's super thick there. back stitch. Don't want to compromise on that at all. Okay, do the next one. Scooch up a smidge. There we go. Okay, now it looks like it's pretty secure. Okay, but before we see that's fine, let's do this test here. Okay. It wouldn't fall off your shoulders there, Cindy. You got big shoulders. Okay, let's do the strap of my doodles. Okay, let's test it. I'll have to re-secure that one that I started to rip out, but when you guys corrected me. So let's just do this and do this. There we go.
I think your strap still needs to come down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Probably 2 inches. Maybe an inch and a half.
It is. It's much better. Thank you, ladies, and thank you for articulating what you were aiming for, because I could not figure it out. Okay. All right. Back to the desk. Fix this. Sorted. Move and adapt. All right. Everybody's different. The Goldilocks. Just got to find the right spot, right? Okay.
Is there something specific you would like for food? No? Chicken? Or fish?
Exactly. There's some fish in the freezer.
Okay.
If that's what you're looking for. I hope so. I hope it works fine. I'll be tweaking it at Allison's house or with Allison in the stitchy tent. But I hope not. I hope these little changes that we made will make it a comfortable journey with it. So. Just tugging so I could kind of see the exposed of the threads. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's clean this up again. Okay. Ugh, flipping threads everywhere. Sure glad I did Joanne's project first. There would be no little chance of all these little threads everywhere. Hey Roxanne, how you doing? Okay. So right about there, maybe you need to. It's okay, it happens. There, and then down one more. Let's do a little measurement. Instead of 4 1/4, let's do 2 1/2. Because that was too low, right across here. That was too high. So right in this midgy middle, I'm assuming is going to be what we're looking for. Hey, Suzanne Taylor, how you doing? Okay, let's do the measure. A bit. Oh, Confident Quilter! What's going on? We're just finishing up this little strap on the backpack. Gotta take our stuff out of it though. Cheers. What's left in my cup? Okay, alright. I'm just hoping this will be the last time. This is the last time. Cheers. Thanks, ladies. Just gonna go around in like a square or a rectangle first, and then we'll do like a little as the barn door. So we'll check. Cross the extra support. We'll do one rate for the moment, and then if it's where I like it, then I will come in and do the second one. Okay, alright, let's try this. Third time's a charm, right? But I have to come back in and do some extra stitching across the top here to secure it. So I might as well rip this whole bit here And then come in fresh because I was using my favorite little heartbeat stitch there. Well, to me it looks like a heartbeat. I mean, it's clearly called something else, but I'm sure it's not Laurelyn's heartbeat stitch. It would be erratic because I have a heart murmur. Yes, and that's how my heart goes. Alright, so let's do a secure all the way across because we poked some out and then we didn't cover it up, so now we gotta fix it. We gotta fix ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Okay, now we need more. More ripped out. Because we can't get it laying flat. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oof. Alright. Alright. All the way across. Everybody's in the pool. Nice and secure. No whammies. Oh, why? We've already messed something up. For Pete's sakes, Bob. I tell you, Bob. Why is it always Bob's fault? Why can't it be Bob's fault? Bob's always good to blame. Do people even name their kids Bob anymore? I don't think so. Is Bob even a name? I realized I sold a sewed in a fold, so now I gotta fix that too. See, there's a little fold there. It's Pete's fault. You're right. And is that another name that people don't even use anymore? Like, there's so many names that just been lost off the list. Nobody names their children anymore. No, we still have a little bit of fold here. I tell you, some days, you think all your eggs are in the basket, and then, they're nothing but scrambled. Sorry, I'm just fluffing here. Gravy. Made more of a mess than I could possibly even think I could. If that was even possible. Yep. Apparently. There we go. Jeez. Jeezies. Cotton wheezies. Alright. Alright, can we not, check ourselves before I wreck ourselves? My goodness. Seems like such an ordeal. Kind of wished I would have picked something else. Had this done already. Alright. Still have to clean up this side, too. Right. See if we can not mess this up anymore than we already have. Okay, I think we got it past far enough. Here's something. Work on this side so we're not folding anything. Okay. pretty thick, so I'm not trying to go like speedy through, but I am trying to make sure it's getting stitched. People have strange names for kids these days. I heard the name of Wake the other day, right? When Katie was searching through baby names, the top names are Olivia, Ophelia, Oliver, Liam, Emma. Old-fashioned names, yeah. Oliver. I like Oliver. Oliver's a good name. You can call him Ollie. What up, Ollie? Did I get everybody in the pool? Okay, let's check. Let's check the back side here of the desk here. Okay, so we got everybody secured and sewed down. Okay, so now we can come back with this one and stitch. Okay. That's a little bit fluffy there. True, fixing it. That's right. I am fixing it. Fixing it, fixing it, fixing it. Some little threads everywhere. Ugh. Just want to clean them up before they become even entangled more so. One of my neighbors, their granddaughter is named Isla. Isla. Okay, now I need to, hold on, I need to change thread. Hold on, let's change back to this one. Where did it? Where did your character buddy go? Maeve, Margaret, Elizabeth. Oh, really? Maeve. I like Maeve. Maeve's a good one. Maeve sounds like a nice name. Okay. Almost at the final stretch, people. I feel it in my bones. Oh, just pull it right out of the thread. So just Isa? Isla? Isla? Ela? I have no idea. Isla. Is that how you say it? Isla? Interesting. I always thought it was that's the way it was Isla. I like Isla. I think that's a nice name. Okay, now we're just stitching this back on. Isla. Oh, so Isla. Oh. Okay, so I had it right, Isla. I kind of like Isla, though. Just saying. actually, Allison's one of her nieces, great nieces, named their child Navy as well. I thought it was. I remember doing a really pretty quilt for them too. So like quilting it up. This is just too fluffy in here, so I'm going to trim you down. Urza? I've heard of Urza. I like Urza. Urza's, is that how you say it though? Now I'm questioning myself. Like Isla. Urza. Okay. What's your problem, bud? Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, that's that. Not too worried about the inside at the moment. Let's see what the outside looks like. Shifted our straps. Okay, let's lock and load her again for the last time. Hopefully. Ooh. Trying to make sure we're simulating the weight. Hey, April, we're like overdue. We should have been gone a little while ago, but we're gonna leave soon. I was just trying to set a good example by finishing what I started. So, and trying not to let it frustrate me, because things are gonna happen like that, and you just gotta like keep on trucking on until you figure it out. So. Suck it up, buttercup, right? So here we go. There's our beautiful little backity pack right now. We adjusted our straps and put on a chest strap as well. Hold on, I'm just trying to adjust it here. I tell you, my shoulder's not loving all this flipping and flopping on and off. But it is what it is. It can be what it ain't. Okay. So we got this here. Much better, not in my throat. Okay, love it. Much better. Oh yeah. Okay, not in my throat, and it's really oh yeah. So I should have adjusted that a long time ago. Thanks, Tracy and the other ladies. I'm sorry, Monty and Tracy Provis and Tracy Craft Simple Life. All the Tracys. Whoa, sorry. Jeez, moving my way there. Yeah. Look at it, it's not even moving. I'm just standing here and like rolling my shoulders. It's not going anywhere. Is it shifteroni? Much better. Much better. Yes, for sure. Look at that. Excuse me. Gotta catch a flight. Much better. Thank you for sticking it out with me. And sorry I got frustrated. So, it happens. It's all good. Yeah, I will. Spin for the win. I'm out of here. Yeah. Okay, it took a little longer. We didn't get finished all we wanted to get finished. No, it's definitely not a hat. What I have planned for, I have these two. Hold on. These are going to be made into reading pillows. There is one for Zoe and one for Katie. And I will turn those into reading pillows, and I will put pillow pictures on the website. Okay, so, but I embroidered those two up for some lovely people down in Alabama, and yeah, just thought I'd share a little love. So I did for the daughter, I did a little dragonfly, and then for the mom, I did a little butterfly. So thank you, Nadia. I'm glad it's finished now. I don't actually have to think about it anymore. Like, it's done. It's sorted, right? So, and it fits me. It's great. Actually, I feel okay. Like, there's nothing that I would change at this moment, but I can make changes on the other end if I so choose. But other than that, mission accomplished. Fishy, a backpack, a check. A bucket. Monty, I don't know about that one. Thank you for the pretty cuts. I was hoping to. And then I've got some nice pretty... Here, I'll show you what the other part is going to be, the pillow. This fabric here. So I thought they would look pretty because of, the flowers and the butterflies and all that sort of stuff in there. So, yeah. Yay! Look at me getting stuff done. Okay. We're going to leave it there. Sorry there's no member Zoom today or anything like that. I apologize. Just don't got it in me right now. Got too much stuff on my list and a little chaos. I will see you guys on, I think it's the 23rd? I think it is. I'm not sure. Whatever a few Saturdays is from now. I'm going to go look around. We're on the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, 23rd. Yeah, so we'll see you on the 23rd. So almost a month. So make sure you guys stay out of trouble. Okay. 1 second here. Trying to miss my chat. Miss my chat. I'm looking forward to you signing the half square triangle bag. I gotta make sure I find that out too. Jamie said, okay, well, have a good day. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Big hugs and loves to you. And happy birthday, Tracy Albert. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tracy Albert. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, you guys, take care, okay? Much hugs and loves. And don't forget to subscribe to Alicine Stitching channel. Just click her, highlight her, go follow her, go do the thingamabobs, and catch up on the shenanigans that's going on, okay? So, big hugs and loves, and we'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye! See you soon!